I was just thinking about what we call church today and the original church, the first 300 years of church, and how you can't even compare them. That's night and day. What we call church today would make the Pharisees happy. But as I was thinking about all this, I was thinking about all the times that, when I used to go to church and I'd invite people to church, nobody wanted to come with me. And when I was young and people would invite me to church, and the few times I did go, I always felt real uncomfortable. But the people that invited me to church, I always felt comfortable at their houses. And the people that I invited to church that didn't want to go with me after I got saved, they come over to my house a lot. And it got me to thinking, the original church, they met everywhere except inside the temple and the synagogues. They met in the temple porch, in the temple courts, and in people's homes. Home church was normal. And this is my question, because I believe God's getting us back to the original church. He's doing a new thing that's actually an old thing, getting us back to the original church, the book of Acts. But ask yourself this: if you've had a hard time getting people to come to one of these buildings that we call church, if you've had a hard time getting somebody to come to church with you, ask yourself this: if we met up like the original church did at our homes, not only will we save money on what we spend on the building that we could use for our communities, we'd save money on these pastors who most of them have to go be taught how to preach, what we could do with that money. But imagine this: you ask somebody to go to church with you today and they say, I'm not going to go there. But you ask them to come over to your house. Don't you think it would, it just seems logical if we meet up and have church at our house with our neighbors every single day, our neighborhoods would change, and it would be much easier to get people to come to church if we did it like the original church did it. I believe God's right now trying to get us back to the book of Acts. Church. I hope this helps somebody.